नमस्ते, यो हो कालिका एफएम 95.2 निकटमा कालिका विकटमा कालिका मध्य नेपालको सर्वोत्कृष्ट रेडियो कालिका एफएमको यो कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशालामा यहाँलाई हामी हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछौँ। कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशाला एसएलसी परीक्षा दिने विद्यार्थीहरूलाई लक्षित गरी तयार गरिएको कार्यक्रम हो। विगतका वर्षहरूमा पनि हामीले रेडियो पाठशाला कार्यक्रममा एसएलसी परीक्षा दिने विद्यार्थीहरूलाई लक्षित गरी विभिन्न विषयहरूको अध्यापन प्रत्यक्ष शिक्षकको साथमा प्रस्तुत गरेका थियौँ र यो वर्ष हामीले आजबाट यो कार्यक्रमको शुभारम्भ गरेका छौँ। आजको यस कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशालामा अङ्ग्रेजी विषयको अध्यापन गराउन आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ अर्किड उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालयका सहप्राचार्य ओम राज मैनाली।
Namaskar, sir.
Hello class, Namaste. How are you? And how's your preparation? Well, that's good. Well dear, today we are going to discuss question number 1, which is based on the SLC model question. And you know what is asked on question number 1? It is syntax, or let's say that it is a poem from your textbook, which you have already gone through in your classroom, right? So let's discuss the poem Exile by Alan Duff. Let me recite the poem first, okay? Here goes the poem Exile. Exile. My shade is stripped, my ear is barred, as it was before, only here the bars do not bend with the wind. My breath is short, my claws are blunt, with long pacing on stone ground. All day I smell zebra, gazelle, but I am full of easy meat. I have no appetite. Only at dusk, when the monkeys muck from stone trees, and the buck soft noses sniffing the air. For the scent they no longer fear. Come down to the mudless pool to drink. Only at dusk I dare to dream, eyes half closed, bending the bars against the sun and plotting my return. Yes, now let me ask you whether you got it or not. Please raise your hand, those who haven't got it. Well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem. Now I'm going to paraphrase it, okay? Well, let me put the paraphrase for you. In this poem, the poet Alan Duff narrates the feeling of a wild animal, a tiger, while he is in the closure of a zoo. He calls it to be sent to exile, though he is inside a building. For a wild animal, forest is its home, and zoo is alien place, or let's say exile. So, the shade of the tiger is stripped in the poem, and his ear is blocked with bars of closure, or let's say cage. The wind can't bend it. Staying in the zoo, his breath has become short because he does not have to run for food. His claws are no more sharp. His claws are blunt. He used to run in the forest to look for food like zebra gazelle, but now he is full of the meat that he gets in his cage easily. And the monkey, the buck that used to be afraid of him in the past while he was in the forest, his one home. But now, they are not frightened. Instead, the monkey is teasing him, mocking him, sitting in the next cage. The buck drinks water in the mudless concrete pool near him without any fear. They don't have any kind of fear for the tiger because they know that he can do no harm to them. They know that they are safe. Only in the evening he is planning secretly to return his home. Means forest, bending the bars of caves in the evening, or let's say at dusk. So here you got the paraphrase of the poem. Now let me put some questions, right? Well, here are some questions that are asked in the SLS examination in the past years. Now let me put you some questions, okay? First question, number A. Write the words that are similar in meaning to the following. And each question carries 0.5 mark. Okay? The first question is, or let's say the first word or phrase is, which you have to supply, which you have to write, similar meaning, or the words having similar meaning from the poem. Number A, not sharp or pointed. Number B, desire for food. Number C, shadow. Number D, twilight. So, what can be the words having similar meaning? You have to find from the poem. Yes. Can you tell me what are the words? Okay, you please. Yes, the first word having similar meaning for not sharp or pointed. What is it? It is blunt. B-L-U-N-T, blunt, which is given in the poem. Right? And next. Yes, you please. Now your turn. Second bench. Yeah. Desire for food. What word? Yes, appetite. And number C, shadow. What similar meaning? Yes, shade. S-H-A-D-E, shade. Yes, you found in the poem? Good. Now, the last, twilight. And what is the similar meaning for this word? Yes, dusk. D-U-S-K, dusk. Okay, similarly, let's move to second exercise. Write the words which are opposite in meaning to the following. In number A, you supplied, let's say, you wrote, you found the words having similar meaning. Here you have to find the words having opposite meaning, okay, for the following words. And these words are praise, number B, open, number C, D-A-W-N, down, and number D, empty, E-M-P-T-Y. Okay, so you have to find the words having opposite meaning for these words. Yes. Now your turn. So, what is the word having opposite meaning for the word praise? Yes, you found it? Good. It is mock. M-O-C-K, mock. Next, the word is open. You have to write the word having opposite meaning, and that is closed. What is it? Yes, closed. And number C, the word is down, D-A-W-N. You have to write the word having opposite meaning for this. Yes, it is dusk. And the last, empty. Yes, you please. Last pens. Sorry? Yeah, it is full. Okay? Okay, now let's move to the next exercise. And number C, complete the following sentences by choosing the correct alternatives. Okay? Let me put the sentence with alternatives. Number 1, in the poem, the speaker is ... And the alternatives are the tiger, the zebra, the gazelle. Let me put you the questions statements first. And the next, the speaker makes plans secretly in order to ... Hunt animals, bend the bars, go back home. Yes. Now you have to choose the best alternative, which I given here. So what is the best alternative for the first sentence or the statement? In the poem, the speaker is... Who is the speaker in the poem? Is it zebra? Is it gazelle? Or is it the tiger? Good. It is tiger. Similarly, the next, the speaker makes plans secretly in order to... For what he makes plans? Yes. To hunt animals, to bend the bars, to go back home. Yeah. In the last line, it has been given in the poem. See, against the sun and plotting my return. Means what? He makes plans secretly to go back home. Okay? Now, the last exercise for this poem. For your practice, write short answers to the following questions. Let me put the questions for you, and each question carries 1 mark only. No need to write long answers. Who is a speaker in the poem? Who is the speaker in the poem? Yes. Can you tell me? Are you Ayush? Good. The tiger is the speaker in the poem. Now number B. Why does the speaker have no appetite? Does anyone answer? Good. Yes, please. The speaker has no appetite because he is full of easy meat. And the last question. Where does the speaker want to return to? Yes. The speaker wants to return to his home. That is forest. Okay? Well, dear, now let's move to the next poem. And here goes the poem. Let me choose one of the poem which are already asked in the self-examinations. Okay. Here I got it. Where the Mind is Without Fear. And it is by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. So let me recite the poem first. Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action. Into that haven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Okay, here you got the recitation of the poem. And everybody, yes, have a look. Now let me put you the paraphrase of this poem. In this poem, where the mind is without fear, The poet Rabindranath Tagore has wished his country to be an ideal and perfect world, just like the heaven of freedom, where people can live in peace and harmony. And this poem is a prayer. He prays for his country. The poet wishes a fearless environment in the country where everyone can hold his head high with full of dignity, and where people can easily acquire whatever knowledge they want to have. He wishes that the world should not be divided into different pieces because of narrow and selfish thinking. Everybody should speak and support the truth. People should share their hands for perfection or, let's say, development, but not for destruction. He has compared the region with clear stream, and the dead habits or useless traditions with dreary or, let's say, lifeless desert. He wishes that in his country, people should follow the reasons instead of following the useless traditions. That is, he urges people to be reasonable. And finally, he prays the God to lead his countrymen's mind into broad thought and action, into the heaven of freedom, and requests the God to make his countrymen aware of these things. So, this is the paraphrase that I put to you. And let's practice some questions from SLC questions. Okay. The first, write the words from the poem which gives the same meaning, or let's say similar meaning, from the words given below. And each word carries 0.5 mark. Okay. Useless traditions. What word or phrase you can find from the poem for this? Useless traditions. Next, God. And number C, dull or gloomy. And number D, home of God. Home of God. Yes. Now your turn to find the words having similar meaning for these words. Okay, the first one, useless traditions. What is synonym, or what is the word having similar meaning from the poem? Yes, you are on, please. Good. Dead habits. Yeah? And next, what is the word having similar meaning for the word God? It is Father. What's it? Yes, Father. Here in the poem, Father means God. Okay, number C, dull or gloomy. Yeah. You, Apsara. Yes, please. What is it? What is the synonym? Yes, it is dreary. And the last, home of God. Good, it is heaven. Okay, now let's move to the next exercise. From the poem, find the words that are opposite to the meaning for the following words. Okay? Yes. And they are wide, hale, backward, and low. Yes. Wide. What can be the word in the poem having opposite meaning for the word wide? Yes, it is narrow. And number B, hale. word having opposite meaning. Let's say antonym. You have to find from the poem. Good. Heaven. It is heaven. And next, backward. It is forward. And the last, L-O-W, low. What's antonym? What's the word having opposite meaning for this? Yes, it is high. Okay, now write true and false for these statements. Okay, true or false. If you think the statement is true, you have to write true, and if you think the statement is false, you have to write false. Dead habits are essential for the development. What is it? It's true or false? It is false. Dead habits are essential for the development. Dead habits means old and useless traditions. They are the hindrance. They are the obstruction for development, not essential for the development. Okay, number B. Narrow domestic walls are necessary for our society. It is true or false? Yes, it is false. Narrow domestic walls means division between societies, and they are not necessary for our society. Okay? They are the hindrances. Next, the clear streams of reason should not be lost into the desert. Yes. The truth, the clear stream of reason should not be lost into the desert. It's true. And the last statement, the fear helps to hold our head high. No, the fear does not help to hold our head high. So it is what? False. Here in the statement it says the fear helps to hold our head high. No, the fear makes our head down rather than making it high. So it is false. And the last exercise from the poem, from the SLC question, let me put you. Answer the following questions. The first question says, what does narrow domestic walls mean? And the second, what do you mean by dead habits? And the last question, what happens if the mind is full of fear? Yes, now it's your time to do it. Yes. Does anyone answer? Yes, you please. What's the answer of the first question? What does narrow domestic walls mean? Good. Narrow domestic walls mean division between society. Okay? Yeah. And next, what do you mean by dead habits? Yes, it is old and useless traditions which prevail everywhere. And the last question, what happens if the mind is full of fear? Yes, there's no doubt that if the mind is full of fear, then we lose our dignity. We cannot hold our head high. That means we lose our dignity. Thank you, class. Have a wonderful time ahead. Thanks a lot being with me. Bye-bye.
कालिका एफएम 95.2 को प्रस्तुति कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशालाको आजको अङ्कमा अंग्रेजी विषयको अध्यापन गराउँदै हुनुहुन्थ्यो अर्किड उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालय भरतपुर चितवनका सहप्राचार्य ओमराज मैनाली। कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशाला तपाईँ हरेक आइतबार, सोमबार र बिहीबार राति 10 बजेको कालिका हाइलाइट्स पछि सुन्न सक्नुहुनेछ। आजको कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशाला यही सकिन्छ। हामी सबै बिदा हुन्छौँ। हवस् त, नमस्कार, शुभरात्रि।